Gone are the days of boil and bite mouth guards. It may be one of the smallest pieces of equipment a football player wears, but in this case, it's also the most important.
Well, player safety is the number one impact in football. We hear it every day, everywhere about player safety.
Last year, the NFL reached out to the Pitt football program and UPMC to be part of their groundbreaking research study surrounding on-field head impacts, making the school one of just 8 universities across the country to participate in the program, alongside schools like Alabama, Wisconsin, and Georgia.
I think it shows we're one of the top football programs in the country. We're one of the top Power 5 programs to be considered for this, and coupled that with the respect and the admiration that everybody has for UPMC's concussion lab and their research abilities, I think coupled together, it was a win-win.
The study centers around this, a custom-fit mouthpiece. This is the mouth guard that these players wear. There's actually a circuit built in all around the inside, and although they're a little bit thicker than your average mouth guard for a football player, a lot of the guys that have opted into this program say they're pretty comfortable. They even wear them during games. Right now, Pitt has about 35 players that have opted in.
When we started this, they wanted some skill players, defensive backs, running backs, wide receivers. They had done the first phase of this was offensive and defensive linemen, so they wanted to look at some different data from different players. So that's predominantly who's in it with us.
They'll wear the mouth guard throughout the fall, during every game and every practice.
After practice, the researcher collects the mouthpiece, sanitizes it, and then downloads the data onto a computer and takes that data down to the concussion lab.
The accelerometers are embedded in the mouth guard. So what that allows us to do is to measure the forces or accelerations that occur in the brain through a mouth guard instead of like a helmet sensor, which is more commonly used. And this gives us kind of a closer measure to where the brain is located. So hopefully it's going to be a little more accurate and a little more informative with regard to the effects of these impacts.
Dr. Anthony Contos with UPMC's Sports Medicine Concussion Program is the one leading the program here in Pittsburgh. When it comes to this study, he said it's not solely focused on concussions.
So it's really important for us to increase our understanding of the effects of not only concussive type impacts that occur in football, but the run-of-the-mill every play type impacts. And we want to know better, do they differ by position? Are they different for practices versus games? Maybe are they different for collegiate football in spring football versus maybe preseason versus regular season?
While the final results of the study are quite a ways away, the end goal of the partnership between Pitt, UPMC, and the NFL remains clear: make football a safer sport.
We all love football. We want football to continue. I love football. I love safe football. That's part of my job, is providing safety and care to these student athletes here at the University of Pittsburgh.
And what we're really trying to do here is really minimize risk and do that in a way that's evidence and science-based.
Because we don't have all the answers with concussion right now. We're trying to get there, and as a medical community, we're going to keep trying as hard as we can.
Ashley Leotis, Pittsburgh's Action Sports.